Alrighty, well, welcome to the annual sales conference 2022. Here we go. So good to actually get together in some sort of capacity in this very flexible, fluid type environment that we continue on. So well done for all getting together. How'd you go with your tests this morning? Did everyone actually do their tests? Yeah, I've never done one before. That was the first. I've done the official one, if you like, but not the rat. The rat. Did you really? Yeah. When are you due? All right. So the agenda. Here we go. All right. I'm just going to get a little bit of a recap of the strategic plan that we've put together. Strategic plan that we've been putting together, Alex and myself. Leadership group, if you like, with the board. Our previous 3-year strategic plan finished, so we didn't go away and start a new one. We rolled it out, or had a bit of a chat, end of last year, to give you a bit of an insight, but we thought, it was a pretty intense sort of end of last year, lots going on in the marketplace, but also just in the business ourselves. So now I'm feeling a little bit more refreshed myself. I thought, good opportunity to go back through that. Team building activity. So we've got Simo and Sam in charge of our team building. I'm very nervous because I've got no idea. I've seen some photos. Anyway, then we're going to have Morning Tea, and then we've got James Williams coming in to run the next part, the sales, learning, training, improve ourselves part. And I'll cover off a little bit more from a training aspect, part of our 3-year strategic plan, and in particular this year, where we see we can add some value in terms of a training and upskilling component of our business. We'll wrap it up, we'll have some lunch, we'll have some drinks, and then on you go. Always a big thanks, corporate partners. So these people or groups actually sponsor us in some sort of way, provide a little bit of cash, or they can do some donations, and that's how we're able to put on great events. So many of them are very familiar names and groups to us, and many of them have been with us a long time. If you have got any clients or friends, etc., that can use people, especially like Supreme Property Maintenance, our plumbing groups, etc., they are loyal sponsors of us, so please support them as...
All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That would be the best therapy for me. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those would be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That would be the best therapy for me. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That would be the best therapy for me. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That would be the best therapy for me. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. but I don't mind. It's getting late, 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 but I don't mind. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah.
Very good. I was going through the notes and the slides last night, and there were two things. One, the amount of familiar faces right through all of those events, good times, challenging times, just the loyalty and the amazing support of all our people actually gave me a real pride, or feeling proud, and then also just the addition of some really special people that come and join our team. And the other one was a little bit emotional because it's the first sort of sales conference, if you like, that Alex and I haven't done something silly or crazy, and I wasn't sure if he was going to be here today, so I got a little bit emotional that I didn't sort of have my wing person or my wingman with me, and like an inspiration for, I think, all of us, I'm sure, for his family as well. But feeling really good at the start of this year. Probably it's just having Alex around a little bit. We're a yin and the yang. He brings amazing energy to me personally, and I think our whole group. I was a little bit emotional, thinking the big guy might not be with me. It's the first time I've had to do a sales conference without him and looking at all those silly, crazy things. But great to have you here, mate. You are an inspiration, and the next 6 months will be more positive and then positive after that. And I guarantee you we will do something crazy and silly very, very soon. Strategic plan. People love the word strategic plan, but we all need to know where we're going, whether we're going on a holiday or doing anything, going away for a night or heading out to a cafe, etc. We need to have a plan. We need to know where we're going. Doesn't always go as well as you'd like it to go, and there's always times to change and pivot, etc. But from a leadership point of view, it's been really important to actually try to crystallise where we think we're going in what has been a very challenging, need to be flexible type environment. So we'll just go through, and this is all as we'd sort of covered off before. We'll keep amending it, improving it. So over the next 3 years, there's probably a small half a dozen, or we've got 5 little blocks here. Big focus. Top 3 in our sales markets. So the markets we spend a lot of time in, we would like to be in the top 3 in terms of someone thinking of selling. OC is one of the 3. Most vendors will call in 3 agencies. Yep, we'd like to be one of those 3 in our key marketplaces. Number 1, project marketing business. That's something we're very passionate about. We've invested a lot into our project marketing business over the last 7 years, and we've really picked up an exceptional reputation, but also some really good projects that are going to come through the Adelaide market very shortly. And we think there is a great opportunity for a niche boutique project marketing business, and I'll get to the importance of that as well. The 80% engagement score, 80% of our people enjoy working at OC. Continue to grow our property management business. We put a target of 15% on that. But the one customer and the one OC approach, that is something that we really believe there's an opportunity in this marketplace, that if you're in a sales space as a customer, you can also be in property management space. You can also be looking for finance. You can also be looking to buy or work in some sort of development space. So there's sort of the key rocks and pillars. How this maps out or goes on the wall, best way to describe it, there's probably 5 key areas. So 1, what's the vision? What's the purpose? 2, what's the goal? 3, what are the pillars? 4, what are the objectives? And then 5, what are the values? What are the company's values? I'm going to go into the detail of the objectives. If you follow this stuff at OC, The objectives are sort of the new ones that go into a little bit more detail. The other ones have pretty much been there over the last 3 years. They'll continue. All right, so what's the vision, the purpose? Our vision to be the most trusted and respected agency in SA. We help people realise their dreams through property. The goal, to develop a market-leading real estate business with industry-best engagement scores, technology platforms, employee performance, customer feedback, and workplace practices. Our pillars being people, business, customer, and community. They've always been there over the last couple of years. Our objectives, an attraction business, get recommended more, owning our markets. That's not an arrogant tagline, it's just being really well known in our markets. Lead generation business, innovation, and 1OC, which I touched on. Values stay the same: authenticity, optimism, passion, precision. All right, so I'm just going to break down those new objectives that we added in. So what does the attraction business mean for us working here? We want to pay our team, our staff, industry best salaries and commission splits, clear career pathways, and support them with our technology, workplace and culture built around success. So what have we started doing or actually achieved already? The long service leave policy we have finalised and completed. We've hired 3 outstanding young cadets to come on board and grow them into sales agents. 80% engagement, LMS investment, and the East Terrace office has been revamped. So then what's to come? So we're currently doing a commission split review, or the commissions that the agents receive. It's not a decrease, don't wig out. It's aiming to try to actually give you guys as sales agents a higher commission split. We're aiming to line that up for April to give you guys an insight into how that look, and then roll it out at the beginning of the financial year. Our 10-year anniversary trip event that we've had lots of ideas, and the rug keeps getting pulled out from under us. That's just an Alex and I brainstorming thing, and we will get there and we'll come up with something cool if this climate can just allow us to not be so restricted. An investment in external trainers like a James Williams coming in. We've got a handful of trainers that we're going to look to roll out throughout the year. There's probably no trainer is the best. They're all good in their own little way. They've got their pros and their cons. Each of you will connect with different trainers in different sort of ways. It's just about giving you guys an insight into what could work out there, and then you will connect with a different trainer in a different way. So that's about being an attraction business, wanting to work here, wanting to stay here, wanting to join. We get recommended more. So we want to exceed client expectations at every stage of their customer journey with people first and platforms second. Real estate's a people industry, and that whole word of mouth, repeat and referral business is the business we like the most, and we would like more of it. So what have we achieved so far? Rate My Agents a 4.9 out of 5, and realestate.com a 5.5. So these are about reviews. Google reviews, we've got them up to 4.4 out of 5. I think we were sitting at about 3 and a bit only 18 months or so ago. RESA and Real Estate Business Award nominations did occur last year. We had a few successes there. So we're going to target RESA Awards again, Real Estate Business Awards. We're going to target them more aggressively. And UDIA, that's the Development Awards. Customer journey and journey mapping, and the database elevation and greater application of use. So database will be a big focus over the next 3 years. Owning our markets. Okay, it's not an arrogant tagline. It's just being really well known in your market, that you are an expert in your market. You've probably all had a bit of experience where someone else, a competitor, has come into your market, and to begin with, they're not a threat, and then after a while it's like, they seem to be in my market. How did they get in my market? And am I still relevant in my market? What am I doing to keep myself relevant? So achievements. So Unley is held really well at 20+% market share. Once you get to 20+% market share, even if they don't know you, you get called in, and that's clear across any market across SA and Australia. We actually have got Mitcham to 12%, so we're on track to get that to 20. Wollonga has held its 25% market share in that area very, very well. So we would like all our markets to get to that 20+%. What's to come? More visibility on the market share. So we're going to focus on market share and share with you guys office market shares. Those who do work BDAs, your market share and your BDA, and then competitors' market shares. Because if you're not at 20%, you're probably missing out on a fair bit of business. and strategically how we can have some office and individual agent BDA support and plans improved, developed, etc. All right, lead generation business. Sales agents, anyone not want more leads? Good leads? We all love leads. So how do we support and work with the salespeople to get more leads? Our lead generation website is up and running and working fairly well. Online appraisals, agent marketing toolbox, social media strategy, some of our achievements. What's to come? A platform to connect our print, digital and bricks and mortar marketing. There's probably no one medium that sort of just works really well in isolation. They all work collaboratively together, connecting them together. The personalised agent marketing communication, actually getting clear on that and getting a best practice in place for that, and dedicated OC First platform, if that is the name that it stays as. Innovation, staying innovative and in motion. So embracing change. Geez, I've had to embrace some change over the last couple of years. Does anyone else just feel like, well, change is just change? I can embrace it a lot easier than I did before the last 2 years. I definitely have lost a lot of anxiety when change comes my way or my kids' way or my family's way or the business's way. Embracing change, always looking to improve ourselves and the business. So it's not about being perfect or a perfectionist, because that is what I am, and that can cause you some challenges and some anxieties, but it's just about constantly just a little bit of improvement moving forward. So automated financial reporting platforms are in place, online auctions, OC Shop, OC Central. What's to come? QR code enhancements, IT upgrades, administrative efficiencies for the sales team, and customised marketing packages is what we're going to work on moving forward. And the one OC, this is the big one, we've been passionate about it for quite a while, we'll continue to be passionate about it. Bring together all lines of the business so we can leverage off each other. If you're a client in the property management business, you're not a client of the property management business, you're just a client of OC. We are one business, so the sales, the PM, the projects, the finance, the central support, etc., we're just all part of OC. So what have we achieved? So we've got 365 across all the businesses now. Central support is working across all the businesses and divisions, and we've got a significant increase in sales and PM lead sharing. What's to come? Further enhancement in how leads are shared across the business. PM and projects working a lot closer together around in the development space and in terms of leveraging and growing that rent roll. That's our strategic plan. That's what we're going to be working on this year, next year, and the year after. It will evolve, it'll pivot along the way. A fair bit of work has gone into it. Acknowledge to JT and your team. One of the other reasons, apart from having my wingman around the place a little bit, that I feel really awesome, energised, and actually in my lane, if you like, because I've got someone who's very talented. He's been a great support for me over the last 6 months. And is running the business as well as I've ever seen our business run. And has been a big reason why all of this stuff has been able to get together. So JT and your central support team doing an awesome job, looking for the next 3 years.